It's going to be Jar. Hellfire coming out. Jar able to show us a very nice dodge here, making sure that the injury is a little bit delayed, has access to the shack as well. So that is potentially a stronger early chase. Bad form coming out. Xeno immediately trying to block the window, forcing him onto the shack pallet. Yeah, Xeno is vibing here in his fortress, we could say, having Jar on the hook, having the generators that he wants to guard around, and I really think he doesn't worry too much about any potential generator progress that is coming out in the distance. Jar now actually being fully eliminated. Strong bamboo can be sometimes. Let's see how it's going for the Wolf in a second attempt, actually going back towards the Hellfire.
That'll be good for the pressure that Xeno is putting out. They need to get these generators banging out. PTRL Petroleum, I don't know how to pronounce that either. They are committing to that gen, got it done. This is a 3v1 right now. Really good at pressuring multiple points on the map at the same time. It's going to be a little bit difficult. I don't know what Xeno was going for there, man. Just go for the M1, dog. I don't know what that was. Generator progress at the same time. They need to pick up the slugs. They need to get all of this done. And that will be the Kate down on the ground. Yep, just barely happens in time. Goes for a dash, but it's just not enough. Dodges a little bit here, but the survivors are just in a really bad spot.
Yeah, they are doing a good job when we're talking about the struggle itself. Way longer. Okay, now you forced me into caster cursing them. Very unfortunately that it's now coming to an end. It was an impressive fight.
Playing Dracula, and he's got a tall order to meet because the last team was able to get a 4K2 against the survivors of Ascent. So what Angels needs to do is 4K3 to win, 4K2 to tie. That is going to be really difficult because we know these Elysium survivors, they have played in DBDLeague, they've played in all these other tournaments so very, very often. So that means that he's going to have to pull off something crazy. He is playing a high tier killer, so it is not an impossible task. Very, very early down right here against Pedro. Healed up that survivor. It takes a long time, except Swatter just puts himself onto the ground, uses plot twist to hopefully get healed up. That is a very early use of that perk, so it's not going to be able to be used for anti-slugging purposes later if they really want to. Ooh, Angels is waiting for his Hellfire to come up and body blocks the stairs, but it's not enough. The survivor was a little bit wiggly there, able to get through that. Xeno will be taking that hit.
Elysium absolutely free from the pressure that Angels has put on at the beginning. A little bit getting stuck here with the Wolfie in this tile. Pedro is moving up towards this tile, trying to take the window. The Hellfire not going to come through as it is getting stuck here after the vault. Pedro trying to get into the mind game, just holding W here, not forcing himself into the 50-50. That's going to be the double dash by the Wolf, and 2 generators being completed in the distance. 4K3, this is exactly what we have seen in the previous trial. So let's add 1 more generator here for the side of Elysium. 4K after 4 generators completed would be a little bit too late.
They just need to get 1 more generator done to confirm the first win in this set, and we can already see the survivors are splitting on gens as well. The doubled one is about to be done. Xeno does have a lot of progress on his. It does seem that they are going to get it done, and that will confirm. There we go. That will confirm the first set win going to Elysium. They did pick this killer, so I'm not entirely too surprised.
Elysium Survivor team is now in a dynamic. They are feeling very confident. They are feeling very coordinated. And with that energy, they are going into the next set. I pick maybe not going into the next set because he's facing the Hellfire here. Xeno is trying to waste a little bit of time to potentially make a rescue command possible, but that's not going to be enough time here. Swatter is going down onto the floor, wants to stay in the trial as well. Maybe they are all debating who has to sacrifice for who. One rescue over here, and of course that would be great. Now the more you face, we have another endurance effect over here, so it might be the wiggle out, and I'm telling you, if all of these players would be able to escape the trial, that would be one hell of a signal that is being sent there. IPIC is going down. The unknown trial that is ahead of us, it's going to be a very intense one. Final Hellfire shot, not going to find the spotter going against him for the side of Elysium. The Survivor Squad, the winners of All Hallows League 2024, with 1 set point up in this best of 3, looking forward to reach the semi-finals after the game today. And Pedro, after taking the first UVX shot, able to dodge a second one. Pedro, also the winner of the most 1v1 leaderboard seasons in the Dead by Daylight Discord server, Dead by Daylight League Discord server, so someone who really has the experience in the individual chases and the mechanical execution, taking the M1 here, but getting rid of the UVX status just before that. Swatter, Silhey, and Zeno are using the time that Pedro is giving them for 3 individual generators here, taking the UVX shot now. He will drop the shack pallet, but he might not be able to remove the UVX status before the next shot is coming out, so that might be tricky here. We see Zeno being around for a little bit of help, dropping the pallet here, but it seems like Pedro has a little bit of a different plan. Reaches the water tower, dropping the pallet early here, and that should now... Oh, he's actually going for the little shit shack here. That's going to be the extra loop around it. Pedro going back towards the houses section, and it's going to be the ultimate end of this first chase into the pallet, though. That smells like a pallet save that Team Elysium is setting up there, but Zeno is being found.
Because they get so much progress for what seems like so little time. That was just 1 chase, and already 3 generators have so much progress there. Pedro does get picked up. However, that will be some water back on the ground. If these guys were actually proving me wrong, I would love that. I would gladly love to be proved wrong. But they're just seemingly using it. I know that you have to lock in builds, so it's not as if you can change it last second. But, oh my god. See, right there is one of the downsides of Unknown. They have to shoot a little bit further away from themselves because they can't look completely down. Look at that. Zeno just absolutely taking Angels to town. Absolutely dodging all of those UVX shots. It's one of the downsides of this killer. One of the reasons that it's a little bit more difficult to play them. Gets a shot right there, right in the middle. Does have a healthy amount of distance away. Shack pallet has already been thrown. So, oh my god, wait, was it thrown? It's thrown now. That's for sure. Yeah, it already was thrown. That's what I thought. But Zeno is back in the chase in the same exact spot. We know that there's a reason Zeno was coming over here. He wants to stay away from all those generators. One of them gets done. There we go. The weakened state is gone. Look at these string of pallets. These are all very RNG. They just spawn willy-nilly, but this is a really dirty setup, and Angels hasn't kicked any of these pallets. Angels just has an absolute radar on where those survivors are because he does not allow that to happen. Oh, but it happens anyway! That will be the save happening onto Zeno, wasting so much time already. Swatter is still working on a generator across the map.
It's trying to somehow keep these generators together, but nothing really works. Not one of the chases, not the strategies, not different tries of putting them in a difficult spot, and that's even going to be the final generator of this trial.
The survivors will be trying to get out through the exit gate. Will that Claudette be trying to go through the hatch? It might be that she just dies. Yeah, or because she's trying to go for the hatch. Ooh, is it gonna be enough time? It's gonna spawn, isn't it? It's gonna spawn. Yeah,
it's going to be 5 stages that are needed. So, yeah, let's hope that the survivor team of Ascent has a good idea how they want to counter this almost miracle that they have to solve here.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite difficult for them, but Zaphis is known for being a pretty good juicer, so he might be already caster curse. He is up there. Maybe he has a balanced landing. That was the plan for going up there. I think Zeno is but doesn't realize that Zaphis did drop. Tries to go for a UVX shot there. Has a well-placed hallucination, but Zaphis has played these reindeer games before. Oh my god, that was a really fast fall. That must have been that add-on that after you teleport. Oh, juices them out there. After you teleport, you get like faster kick and vault speed, I believe. They're trying to go in for the save right here. This is Angels, however, who is one shot down. Yep, Zeno is going to take this hook right here. He's playing kind of aggressive. Maybe he has knowledge that I don't. These survivors have some generator progress that it is very healthily split.
Trying to waste as much time as possible. Zaf is very likely coming out on the other side now, taking a hit for the team member, or they're actually going into the corner of the map here, and Zeno just very confidently swinging through. There we see Zafis, but Zeno, of course, expecting this, knowing very well that it is going to be the rescue there, because it's the final chance for Team Ascent. Claudette is close as well. Angels here, and might have shown the winter hat a little bit too motivated. Zeno, yeah, now expecting it, now has seen Angels. I love the attempt here. I love how Ascent is trying to make it happen. They are now getting it done here. The pickup coming through, so nothing is decided yet. Zeno just needs an additional stage, but he's still... And since we are only talking about 3 individual stages, it would even be the win for Team Ascent in case they are able to get the survivors out of the stage. Zeno now finally getting the pickup, and that's going to seal the deal. Going to be 2-0 for Team Elysium into the semi-finals here. They